These aren't your average construction clips. At GreenTech, we salute the dozer pros who work like artists and fight like warriors. One slip could cost big, but they make it look easy. Let's roll. Folks, get a look at that Lee Tourneau L1850. With its 33 cubic yard bucket, this loader sets high standards for productivity. To skillfully maneuver something that big and efficiently load huge haul trucks, an operator surely needs years of experience and sharp reflexes. Some of the best operators never touched a touchscreen. They ran these rigs by feel, sound, and instinct. The man unloading that D9G likely learned from years of dust and diesel. That kind of know-how doesn't come from manuals. It's passed down, one lever at a time. This video of the Muck M545 digging out that reservoir in Switzerland truly shows its unique abilities. Witnessing it work on such an extremely steep slope, using its winch and boom to pull itself, demonstrates why it's called a spider excavator. It certainly handles terrain that traditional machines simply cannot. What an impressive sight! That's what happens when a 100,000-pound machine isn't properly chained down. Uphill slopes demand more than just power. Balance matters too. Well now, seeing that John Deere 7530 pulled out of what looked like bottomless mud in just over 5 minutes is truly something. It just goes to show what a capable tractor like Matthias's CASEIH with that handy trailer wagon can achieve. That's just terrible to see.
Baru dibilang.
Там уже залили перец. Сам ты перец.
It's a testament to the toughness and skill of these Russian workers to get that frozen tractor out in just 10 days.
Рядом.
Working outdoors in winter, with snow and ice, requires a special kind of strength and know-how. They certainly represent their country's workforce with pride. One of the first EX8000s to touch down in Australia. Now that's a piece of mining history. At over 1.8 million pounds, this beast helped set the standard for large-scale nickel operations. Just imagining this monster carving into the earth is enough to stir memories of how far mining tech has come. One can only imagine the sheer difficulty of that cleanup. Now it makes sense why they call it a spider. Built in 1983 and still moving, this 6,200-ton bucket chain excavator is a living relic of Cold War engineering. 6 men, 33,000 pounds of oil, and a machine longer than a football field. Seeing this giant crawl out of the mine in time-lapse is like watching a mechanical dinosaur stroll to retirement. Oh no. Eight scoops from a cat, 988, and you've got 240,000 pounds in the belly. That's some serious bulk moving in no time. That's a whole mountain going into that truck. Makes you wonder how the tires even hold up with that kind of weight. Imagine being a driver on that road to Viantoy, when the terrain is so challenging that even specialized trucks like Ural or Kamaz struggle. That's when you really appreciate a sturdy bulldozer. It could forge new tracks and provide the brute force needed to pull out those bogged down vehicles quickly.
Tim evakuasi.
Heartbreaking to watch.
Semua kru selamat.
Think it's impossible to unload a big rig's 8.5-ton excavator with no ramp? What if the operator just used the machine itself? Check out this clever trick. Bet it'll surprise you. Let us know in the comments. Type 1 if you thought our video was interesting, and 0 if you thought it was boring. This truly looks like something out of a spooky movie. Watching this gave me chills. That edge looked mighty soft, but the operator kept his cool. A foot too far, and that 6-ton beast down the hill. You could tell every move was calculated to the inch. Seeing this thing roll out is like stepping back into the 80s. The T170 was a workhorse in tough terrain, and with a full rebuild, it still holds up today. Got any memories of seeing one of these beasts on a job site?
Вообще не шумит.
Reminds me of when my cousin's tractor flipped hauling hay. Forest work's no joke. These young folks need to slow down and plan better. Driving a low bed in the Fraser Valley isn't for the faint-hearted. Tight roads, sharp turns, it's no picnic. For Will, the young driver we're watching here, to handle all that with just an L license, that kid's got something special. I never thought I'd see that landmark go. Life sure moves fast. One minute it's there, the next, just dust.
Уйди нахуй!
Now that's how Grandpa used to deliver the plow. No fancy trailers or GPS, just a good rope and a strong back. Bet it ain't street legal, but sure gives the mailman something to talk about. Classic rural engineering at its finest. That Manson 300 sure is a beast. A hydraulic machine that size, moving logs and cargo like they're feathers, is something else. We're talking about over 600,000 pounds of steel, doing ballet at the dock. Technology's come a long way since the old cranes. A site with no proper support? That's asking for disaster. 2 floors down with no brace means those slabs could give way any second. It doesn't take an engineer to see that's a recipe for a collapse. If this happened near a sidewalk, someone could get seriously hurt. Just not worth the risk. Reminds me of the rigs hauling timber through the Rockies in the 70s. Pretty impressive to see a whole bulldozer taken apart like that. The power in that VTNCI 7000 is something else. Curious, how long does it usually take to scrap a single machine like that from start to finish? That hinge between the two units is doing all the heavy lifting here. Without it, that rear section would flip like a pancake. Impressive how the Volvo BV202, this old Swede, keeps its cool climbing a near vertical wall. Looks like a T-170 or something close. Classic Soviet bulldozer. Heavy steel, slow but unstoppable. Would love to hear that diesel engine hum again. That's the kind of skill you don't see every day. At GreenTech, we honor the men who make machines dance. Hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more where that came from.